sure he is on the way. His car's on the way. Kenny's on the way. I talked to him about 15 minutes ago, Craig. So he is on the way, but we'll be talking to him live here in a little while.
And I know we have a lot to talk about today. What do we want to start with?
Well, we'll start with last night's practice. We had, 25 race cars show up last night?
Yeah, a little more. I think we had like 20 open wheel modifieds and 6 late models.
Yeah, and they were laying down some fast laps last night. Kenny Compton setting fast time in practice last night with a 15.907, 2/10 off the track record. And he was scaring me. I did not know he had an open wheel modified. Under a rock, I guess. And before we get, I did not know that you were going to have to plug Piggly Wiggly. Before we started the show,
Yes.
I would not have brought that up before off the air.
I'll have to plug it the whole show.
Really?
What are you talking about?
Okay. I really feel bad right now, so.
I've called it that my entire life.
Yeah.
Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. I did not know, so I apologize for putting you on the spot. So you did a great job pulling that commercial off with me over here covering my face. Yeah. But we want to welcome Craig to the studio with us. Craig is writer for Dirt Modified magazine, and Craig has also raced with us. He raced with us last November in our Victory Junction Gang Camp race. Craig, welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate the invite to come down here to CLR. It's a wonderful facility. I think you can see by the turnout. You had 30-some modifieds here last year, and this year we're going to have 50, maybe 60, who knows. A wonderful facility, tricky track, fast track, and you're going to see some real talent out there, both in the modifieds and the dirt late models. So it's going to be a real good weekend.
And we also had a few late models get on the track last night, and Dustin Mitchell exploding a motor last night in practice, Steve Vale.
Yeah, it was right funny watching Dustin Mitchell and James Batten and the 3-car Sean Harrell practice last night, and they were taking turns at being the fastest, and it would be Dustin one lap, it'd be Sean Harrell the next lap, or James Batten.
The professor.
And the professor, I think the professor might have been off just a little bit last night. Talking about Christian Joyner.
Yeah, he was definitely giving Dustin all he wanted there in that first round of practice. So the C9 was definitely fast.
But then later in practice, coming down the front straightaway, a little bit of a stream of water down into turns 1 that turned into oil coming out from under the D8, the Kamikaze Kid.
Yeah, if you've seen the pictures floating around on Facebook this morning, there's a hole in the side of that motor that you can stick your fist into, but they are putting a new power plant in that car today, so we will look for the D8 to be back in action at County Line Raceway this weekend.
When a motor blows like that, can you get hurt? Just out of curiosity. I mean, if you could put your fist through it, where did that fistful go?
Everywhere.
Okay.
Our flag man was picking up pieces of block off of the racetrack last night, and he had chunks. Yeah, they were pretty good size.
Souvenirs.
So, yeah.
Oh my goodness, I see the picture right now.
Yeah. But I hated to see that for Dustin. And the track was in super shape last night. And I do want to mention that we got probably 2.5 inches of rain between 2 a.m. and 6:30 this morning. The track is sealed up, so we will plan on racing tonight as scheduled. Just hope we don't get any more of that R word.
Yeah. You were talking a little bit earlier about our good friend Kenny Compton, who's in the open wheel modified number 10 car. I hung around after practice last night in the outside pit area over at Kenny Compton's trailer and got to play my first ever game of cornhole.
Oh, yeah?
And I did teach those boys a thing or two about cornhole, and that's how not to throw a beanbag.
Oh, wow.
How did you throw it?
Sometimes I didn't make it. Sometimes I was too strong.
I've never played.
They had a ball. They had a ball out there in the pit area, and we played till about 1 o'clock, and then, like you say, about 2, the rains came.
Yeah. But they put on a show last night in practice. We also had 2 drivers, was it Randy Hall and Vic Vino from New York.
Yeah, Vic Vina.
Yeah.
In the 01 car from Olean, New York, and he brought a friend of his in a 10 car, Randy Hall from Olean, New York. They were over there playing cornhole.
Yeah, cornhole has spread the nation.
That's That's a long drive.
Taking over, yeah.
All the way from New York.
And we had another car, hauler come in this morning from New York, so that's a third car from New York. We expect business to pick up today between 12 and 2 with the haulers to roll in. And again, the gates are going to open at 2 o'clock today, and as planned, we're going to run those dash races tonight and give this late model some more practice.
And some of the county line crazies would like to know that Damon Cockey was there last night in the 28 car, and I only saw him, I believe, one practice. What happened to the wild child?
Motor giving him a little trouble, but it's at the doctor right now, and hopefully he'll be ready.
Good deal.
And Craig, you said you drove in today. Where did you come from?
Up in Northern Virginia, outside D.C., so hopefully the rain didn't fall me down here.
Hopefully not.
I hope not. It was like a ray of sunshine coming across North Carolina border. So, yeah, it looks like it's good weather for down here today.
Going to be nice tomorrow, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are we giving away tickets today at the end of the show for Saturday, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and start taking a request. We'll talk more about racing when we come back. The number's 252-985-3294, and here's Taylor Swift, Mean.